Halloween events are one of the biggest draws of Universal Studios Roblox. I made a video on the history of Universal Roblox a week ago, but you'd be wrong to believe the evolution of the events held in the game could be equally as big. This is the history of both Halloween and other events at Universal Studios Roblox. The first Halloween Horror Nights in Roblox was held in 2015 and hosted 3 walkthrough mazes, including Toxic City 3D, Halloween, and Interstellar Terror. There were also several parts of the future park that were turned into scare zones, which featured jump scares and a gory atmosphere, similar to the mazes. Though not much video survives of the first Roblox HHN, the scare zones included The Purge, Asylum in Wonderland, Jack's Carnival of Carnage, Gothic Moon, and Undead Warzone. After Halloween, Universal Roblox would officially open in the summer of 2016. And that fall, Universal Roblox would see its second Halloween Horror Nights. This is HHN 2016. HHN 2 had 4 mazes, including Saw, Live or Die, Chance Presents Monster Remix, Dollhouse of the Damned, and Possession: The Untold Truth. There were also an expansive amount of scare zones, including Insanity Asylum, The Purge Election Year, Twisted Toyland, New KD Vegas, and All Night Drive-In. While the second HHN was a success, the same can't be said for Universal Roblox's first holiday event. During this period of time, the park had very few attractions, and at one point, it even got leaked. But while 2017 was a 2022 for me, it was the exact opposite for HHN 3. The most obvious change with HHN 3 was the use of R16 model players for jump scares, as opposed to the previous R6 model players, which were less realistic. This welcome addition into Universal Roblox's Halloween events also included several new mazes for HHN 3, which included Saw: Resurrection, American Horror Story, The Exorcist, and Halloween 2. As for the scare zones, HHN 3 featured Silver Screams, Survive or Die, Trick or Treat, Ghost Town, and Invasion. That holiday season, Universal Roblox received a light show called Lights of Wonder, which initially started the year prior, but as a live DJ event. That March, the park hosted its first of reportedly 2 Mardi Gras events, where they dressed the park up with Mardi Gras decor. And then came the 4th edition of HHN. This edition of HHN featured many mazes that would make it into the 2 HHNs that followed, including Stranger Things, The Shining, It, Ghost Town, The Curse of Lightning Gulch, and La Llorona. Along with the mazes came a significant number of scare zones as well, which included Monsters of the Past, The First Purge, Chucky's Terror Town, Field of Screams, and Toxic City: Resurrection. After the practically same holiday and rumored Mardi Gras event, Universal Roblox celebrated its 5th HHN, the biggest one yet. In terms of mazes, HHN 5 featured Jack Presents 5 Years of Monsters and Mayhem, Stranger Things, again, The Horrors of Blumhouse, Giggles and Gore, and Dead Exposure. While on the scare zone side of things, the game featured Carnival of Carnage, Chance's Midway of the Bizarre, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Scary Tales Deathly Ever After, and Vamp 85. There were also 2 shows worth mentioning, Vamp 85's New Year's Eve Ball Drop, and Jack's Nightmare in the Sky. A new feature to HHN 5 would be Totally Twisted Nights, which featured a scare zone called Club Dead, and brought back the Shining maze from HHN 4. As for the 2019 holiday event, the park welcomed Universal's Holiday Cinematic Spectacular, alongside the returning features of the previous holiday events. In part due to the global pandemic, Universal Roblox announced a 6th HHN, and with the game's skyrocketing popularity, the hype was real. In this last installment, there were a total of 5 mazes, those being Ghostbusters, Stranger Things yet again, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Graveyard Madness, and Giggles of Gore. Of course, not forgetting the scare zones, HHN 6 was home of the Anarcade, Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe, Cyber Scream, Forsaken Bayou, and Vamp 85 again. A new feature to HHN 6 was the opening Scaremony, which hyped up players even more before they even entered the horror. Alongside this, Jack's Nightmare in the Sky and Vamp 85's Spell Drop would return, alongside two smaller shows, including Potion Sacrifice and Forsaken Bayou, and Junkyard Rave and Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe. The 2020 holiday event is literally the exact same as 2019, so moving on. On March 12, 2021, Universal Roblox announced HHN 6 was the last ever HHN, and that the park would no longer continue large-scale Halloween events. That summer, the HHN Vault would be released, allowing players to experience all of the past Halloween Horror Nights events, minus the first and second HHNs due to the servers being outdated. When Universal Roblox announced the IP removal initiative on January 3, 2022, they also announced the Vault tickets were officially off sale, with the last Vault users still being allowed access to the Vault, which would eventually go offline a month after the announcement on February 3rd. To make up for the loss of both HHN and the HHN Vault, it was decided for 2022's Halloween event to bring back Slaughter Cinema and Graveyard Madness from HHN 6, as well as a new Halloween tribute store. Following the previous year's holiday event, both Lights of Wonder and Universal's Holiday Cinematic Spectacular were retired, and both would be replaced with the new Electric Holiday Mayhem. In 2023, the Halloween event would not feature mazes, as in the middle of October, Universal Roblox would get a major park update that I talked about last week. So while Halloween 2023 didn't give us any returning mazes, it did bring us an amazing new land, so you can't go around saying Halloween 2023 sucked. Though we can say Christmas 2023 sucked, and that's a fact. In 2024, Universal Roblox announced their first big Halloween event in nearly half a decade, that being Halloween Scare Nights. This new IP-free version of HHN featured 5 mazes, which were Legend of the Bigfoot, Barnyard Terror, Carnival Carnage, Lost Riches, and Graveyard Madness into the Catacombs. A big change in Halloween Scare Nights was the prices. Unlike the prior HHNs where you had to pay per night to enter the entire event, Halloween Scare Nights allowed players to roam the park and pay 50 Robux for access to all haunted houses throughout the event's run. This made for more detailed and elaborate scare zones, including the Horror Returns, Jigsaw Junkyard, Alpha Base 1, Pumpkins Overgrown, and Mannequins Alive. With the successful outcome of the event, Halloween Scare Nights 2024 would be reused for the 2025 Halloween season, but with a few changes. The Horror Returns would be replaced by Trick or Terror, and the area of Production Central with Rockin' Coaster would be turned into Mardi Gras Vamp Parade. The Slaughter Cinema maze from HHN 6 and reused during the 2022 Halloween event would also be repurposed into Halloween Scare Nights 2025. Ironically, Halloween Scare Nights was overseen by Andrew of Peace, the man who started this whole thing just a decade prior, returning home from Halloween Horror Nights Orlando and attempting to create his own version of an event that would go on to be a staple of the Roblox theme park community for years to come. But with the uncertain fate of Universal Roblox, will Halloween Scare Nights return one more time? And if so, will there be any updates? This has been the history of both Halloween and other events at Universal Studios Roblox. Thanks for watching.